Hello students, today's topic is metabolism of acidic amino acids. So there are two acidic amino acids, glutamic acid and aspartic acid. So first is glutamic acid. Its synthesis has already been discussed, so I will talk about the fates of glutamic acid. Number one is glucose. So glucose is synthesized from glutamic acid. After glutamic acid is transaminated or deaminated to its keto acid, alpha ketoglutarate, which enters the TCA cycle, and it forms oxaloacetate, which forms glucose. Next is synthesis of glutathione. Glutathione synthesis is already discussed in glycine metabolism. Number 3 is synthesis of glutamine. So glutamate undergoes amylation by glutamine synthetase to form glutamine. ATP is required. So that is how glutamine is synthesized. Number 4 is synthesis of proline. It has been discussed in earlier video. Number 5, synthesis of N-acetyl glutamate. So N-acetyl glutamate is a positive modifier of carbamyl phosphate synthetase 1 enzyme of urea cycle. So first glutamic acid reacts with acetyl coenzyme A to form N-acetyl glutamate and coenzyme A. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme N-acetyl glutamate synthase. Next is gamma carboxylation of glutamic acid. Gamma carboxy glutamic acid. So this is a part of post-translational modification of the coagulation factors 2, 7, 9 and 10. So which is helped by vitamin K, and it is important for coagulation, blood coagulation. Number 7 is synthesis of the inhibitory neurotransmitter gamma aminobutyric acid or GABA. First, glutamate is decarboxylated by glutamate decarboxylase to form gamma aminobutyric acid. The coenzyme pyridoxal phosphate is required, which is formed from vitamin B6. Now GABA undergoes further metabolism by GABA oxidase enzyme to form succinic semialdehyde. This succinic semialdehyde forms succinate by the enzyme succinic semialdehyde dehydrogenase. NAD is required. This succinate can enter the TCA cycle and it can form glucose. This is another way by which it can form glucose. Now this GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter which opens chloride channels in postsynaptic membranes in the CNS. So when GABA is decreased, there is excessive excitation of the neurons causing convulsions. So there is a drug known as sodium valproate. Its mechanism of action is it inhibits the enzyme GABA oxidase. So GABA is not degraded, so its concentration remains normal. So sodium valproate is used to treat epilepsy. Now number 8, this glutamate itself acts as a excitatory neurotransmitter. Its mechanism of action is it opens chloride channels. This is about glutamic acid. Next is aspartic acid. So like glutamic acid, it is a glucosonic non-essential amino acid. Synthesis is already discussed. Now the fates and utilization, an important metabolic reaction of aspartate. Number 1, it forms glucose by 2 ways. Either it is transaminated to oxaloacetate and forms glucose, or it can be converted into fumarate by this reaction. This reaction occurs in the urea cycle, where aspartate and citrulline combines to form argininosuccinate. By argininosuccinate synthetase, where ATP is required. Argininosuccinate cleaves down argininosuccinate to form fumarate and arginine. This fumarate enters the TCA cycle and thus it can form glucose. Number 2 is malate aspartate shuttle. Malate aspartate shuttle. So in gluconeogenesis we got malate aspartate shuttle, where by which oxaloacetate is transported from mitochondria to cytosol, or during oxidative phosphorylation also NADH is transported from cytoplasm to mitochondria. Next is synthesis of asparagine. This has already been discussed. By asparagine synthetase, asparagine can be synthesized from aspartate, and amide group donor is glutamine. Number 4 is synthesis of purine. Purine synthesis. The N1 of purine is contributed by the amino nitrogen of aspartate. Number 5 is pyrimidine synthesis. So all the atoms of aspartate contributes the C, 4, 5, 6 and N1 of pyrimidine. So this is all about metabolism of acidic amino acids. Thank you.